What's going on, people? It's me, TheRealMossi, with another Battlefield 3 quick tip for you. We're at lucky number 7. In quick tip 6, I show you how to level up vehicles quickly. So obviously I'm going to have to show you how to destroy them to balance things out. So that's what I'm going to do. In this quick tip, I'll show you some quick and easy ways to destroy all land vehicles. In quick tip 8, I'll finish off by showing you how to take out aircrafts. So let's get started. There are several ways to take out land vehicles in Battlefield 3. You can go head to head against them in a vehicle of your own, or you can be on foot and use gadgets and launchers. I'll be focusing on the gadgets and launchers in this quick tip. Let's start off with the M224 mortar. It's available in the support kit, and you need a total of 40,000 experience points in the support kit to unlock it. Moving on to the M15 AT mines. It's available in the engineer kit, and you need a total of 7,000 experience points in the engineering kit to unlock it. I've already covered the mortar and the mines in quick tips 1 and 2 respectively. For more information on those, feel free to click the links on the screen and check them out. I came across another way to use mines effectively that wasn't mentioned in quick tip 2, and you don't even need to be using the engineer kit to do this. You can do it with any kit. You can blow up mines with grenades, and all kits have grenades. If you come across enemy mines, spot them, and they'll show up as orange icons on the map. Usually if you're on the assault or recon kits, you can't really do a notable amount of damage to vehicles, especially heavy armored vehicles. So normally it's a good idea to run and hide if you see a tank. But now if you're on a kit that doesn't have the proper equipment to take out enemy vehicles, just wait till the vehicle runs over the enemy mines you spotted, and throw a grenade near the mines. This will blow up the mines and destroy the vehicle. The enemy tank won't be suspecting a thing because they're his own mines. You get points for destroying the mines as well as the tank and killing the enemy. Alright, let's move on to C4 explosives. They're only available on the support kit, and you need 4,000 support kit experience points to unlock them. To destroy a main battle tank or an IFV, you need to place at least 3 packs of C4 on the vehicle. 2 packs of C4 will only disable the vehicle. When you're placing the C4, try to approach the vehicle from the side. If you try to do it from behind or in front of the vehicle, you can easily get run over. C4 does the same amount of damage regardless of where on the vehicle it's planted. Planting it on the side ensures that you won't get run over, and when planting you'd be too close to the vehicle for its main cannon to shoot you. You can also litter high traffic areas like regions near flags and MCOM stations with C4 and trigger them when a vehicle is nearby. Alright, so those are pretty ordinary, boring ways to use a C4. But C4s don't have to be boring, they can be fun. Usually jeeps and small transport vehicles are no good against heavy armor, but slap a few packs of C4 onto the front of a buggy or a jeep and you've just made death on wheels. Just drive it up to an enemy tank and jump out. When the jeep gets close enough to the tank, detonate the C4 and watch the fireworks. Oh, but it gets better. You can do the same thing with MAVs. This requires teamwork. You need 2 people, 1 on recon to control the MAV and 1 on support for the C4s. Stick some C4s onto the MAV and stalk your prey like a hawk. Detonate the C4 when the MAV is close enough to the enemy vehicle. You can even do this to aircrafts if you can get close enough to them. The C4 is not looking so boring now, is it? Let's move on to probably the most prevalent way to take out vehicles, and that's with the launchers. Let's start off with the RPG and the SMAW. They're available on the engineer kit and they're available by default. The RPG and the SMAW look different, but they're identical in every other way. If you're using these launchers, or any explosive gadget for that matter, I suggest using the explosive specialization. It gives you double the ammo for explosive gadgets. Quick tip 3 gives you a more in-depth look at all 7 specializations, so check it out if you want more information. Alright, if you're going to shoot a main battle tank with these launchers, the damage you do depends on which part of the tank the rocket hits. Hitting it from the front does about 22% damage, hitting it from the side does about 35% damage, and hitting it from the back does a whopping 61% damage, and it disables the tank. So the lesson here is, if you're going to shoot a tank with one of these launchers, you should shoot it from the back. It only takes 2 shots to destroy a tank from the back, while it takes 5 shots from the front. Location only matters with main battle tanks. For all other vehicles, it doesn't matter where on the vehicle the rockets hit. They do the same amount of damage. For example, on the IFVs, the rockets do about 37% damage regardless of where they hit. So you'll need 2 hits to disable an IFV and 3 to destroy it. For smaller transport vehicles, 1 hit disables and a second one destroys. Let's move on to the Javelin. It's available on the engineer kit, and you need 82,000 experience points in the engineer kit to unlock it. It takes 3 hits with a Javelin to destroy a tank or an IFV, and it takes 2 to take out smaller transport vehicles. The Javelin is good for beginners. It keeps you safe from the enemy vehicle you're locking onto, since you can lock on from far away. The ability to lock on also helps if you have a hard time with aiming and hitting the vehicle with the other two launchers. The Javelin can also lock on to deployed enemy gadgets like radio beacons, MAVs, and mortars. So when you see a pesky MAV following you, hit it with the Javelin. And when you see an enemy shooting mortar shells from deep in his spawn and you can't get in there to kill him, just target his mortar with the Javelin. The Javelin is not used as much as the RPG and the SMAW because 1. It has less ammo, 2. It takes time to lock on, 3. You need a direct line of sight to lock on. That is, you have to be able to see the vehicle. 4. You can only fire once it's locked on, so no free fire mode with the Javelin. And 5. If the vehicle has stealth or thermal camo, it's difficult to lock on with the Javelin. You need teamwork to use the Javelin effectively. If you don't have a teammate using a Soulflam to laser designate vehicles, it's best to stick with an RPG or an SMAW to take out land vehicles. Without teammates to help you out, the Javelin is just not worth the extra trouble. But with the Soulflam, the Javelin becomes a lot more useful. Soulflam stands for Special Operation Forces Laser Marker. It's only available on the Recon kit and you need 26,000 Recon experience points to unlock it. This is another gadget in Battlefield 3 that's heavily underused or not used effectively. It can both manually and semi-autonomously laser designate targets. Manually means you control it to acquire the targets. Semi-autonomously means it can laser designate targets that are in its field of view even if you're not controlling it. This ability is limited though, and if the enemy vehicle gets out of its field of view, the Soulflam won't actively follow it and finish targeting. The Soulflam does pretty much the same thing as the laser painter in aircraft, which I'll go over in Quick Tip 8, and the CITV station in tanks, which I'll go over in Quick Tip 9. Once targeted with any of these laser designators, the enemy vehicle can be locked onto by any guided missile, even if it's not in its line of sight. So you can lock on even if the vehicle is behind an obstacle and you can't see it. You need teamwork to use a Soulflam effectively. One person designates the target with the Soulflam and another shoots the missile. The Javelin does more damage when it's paired with the Soulflam. Without the laser designation, it takes 3 hits with the Javelin to destroy a tank. But if an enemy vehicle is laser designated, you can destroy it with 2 shots. Also, popping flares won't stop a laser guided missile from hitting your aircraft. Well, that's it guys. I'll finish up with aircraft in Quick Tip 8 and show you some ways to evade laser designation when I go over the best tank setups in Quick Tip 9. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want more. Thanks again. I am TheRealMossi. Tell your friends about me.